Alfredo sauce, which I don't think it's a sauce I see listed over here very often. When I looked it up, it actually originates from Italy, and it's just a sort of parmesan-y butter kind of sauce. So I'm going to do my take on it. But what I thought I'd also do would be to add some mushrooms and some onions to it, just to give it a bit more, and some smoked tofu, which would be a bit like bacon. So if you've not had smoked tofu, it's really nice. It has a sort of really sort of bacony, savoury flavour. So I'm going to take a frying pan and I'm going to put some water in it, about half a cup. It takes a little bit longer than using oil, I'd grant you that, but you haven't got any of the calories. Put those in there. And then I've got some nice little chestnut mushrooms that I'm just going to cut up in halves because we're having penne pasta, so that's what the big pot's on. Here's some garlic I prepared earlier. So just finely chop that up. There we go. Till it, and I've now turned it down. I'm just going to turn it up to put the mushrooms in. Just going to turn those over in that. Okay, so now we're going to make the Alfredo sauce. So just pop this in for 10 to 12 minutes. So a little bit of some basil. So just drain the tofu. Tofu. No, I'm going to throw it. It just saves me running over to the sink. I'm going to put a little bit of my lovely stock in there because I think it gives it a nice flavour. I'm going to use soy milk actually, because soy milk is slightly thicker, so you'll get a slightly creamier sauce. So I'm going to use about a cup. There's a lot. So that was wholemeal flour. So this is nutmeg. I'm going to grate about half a teaspoon. Salt and pepper. I'm going to turn those mushrooms and stuff off now because you can see they pretty much, I mean, you could add wine if you wanted. I'm not going to add wine to that, but you could add some wine to that and boil it off so you've got a really nice base. Garlic powder, half a teaspoon. Half a cup. I've doubled this recipe, so I'm going to put a cup of nutritional yeast in. Okay, so we've got the base for our sauce. If we left that in there long enough, it would thicken with the heat from the blender, but I'm actually going to transfer this to this saucepan and heat it through and add the mushrooms. So you can see the sort of consistency it is now, and that will thicken up with the flour. Very similar to the cheese sauce we did earlier, but this is a flour base. This is more like a roux based sauce, so it'll be sort of slightly thicker.
And it's certainly this sludge, and I can never believe that, because you are what you eat.
Yeah, a bit more nutritional yeast to that because it's not quite cheesy enough. So you can see this is now getting really thick. So my pasta should, by now, so that looks like, you imagine if that was made with double cream, how bad that would be for you. Okay chaps, lunch is served.